Natalie, you are a housewife and the eldest son's wife. It's only natural that you should take care of your brother-in-law. You definitely can do it, right?
Huh? Why are you talking about that out of the blue?
I've been taking care of a 38 years old jobless son for a year.
Oh, I see. It must have been tough for you.
Next time, you're the one who's going to take care of that boy.
I beg your pardon? Are you telling me that he'll move in with us?
Yes, that's what I've been telling you since a while ago. I thought you understood about that.
Morel, please don't get so excited. First, I have to talk to my husband Felix. Have you told him?
Why do I have to call Felix? I'm sure he'll understand if I tell you, won't he? Don't be so silly and just let his younger brother Derek move in with you quickly.
I heard that Derek is suffering from depression, isn't he?
So what? Is that a problem?
If that's the case, it's even more difficult to take care of him at our house.
You are just a housewife, so you have plenty of time. All you have to do is take care of him.
I have two sons who are still in middle school. I don't want to take on the responsibility of taking care of Derek without thinking. Please give me some time to consider.
You and Felix have been forcing me to take care of Derek until now. This time, it's your turn to take care of him.
He's your son, isn't he? Besides, you told us that you just want us to help him financially. That's why we've been sending money to you every month.
Even if you gave me money, it wouldn't heal my heartache. You're a stupid wife if you can't even realize that. You should have known a little better.
I understand that you've been through a hard time with Derek. Then why don't we have a family meeting? We don't know how much assistance Derek needs. I don't think we should take on a case when we don't know anything about his current health condition.
He's a 38 years old shut-in, but he can talk. You can have a discussion with Felix about that because I don't want to get involved.
How irresponsible. Anyway, how long has he been taking his medications?
I don't know anything about that. In my opinion, depression is just an indulgence. You don't need any treatment for that.
You're wrong, Morel. Depression is a mental illness. Without proper treatment, it can lead to the worst case scenario. Please don't be too harsh on Derek.
You're so annoying. I was just trying to tell you the truth. Derek is too old to get married, so that's why he's taking advantage of me by pretending to be sick. I regret that. I gave birth to a worthless son like him.
Please don't say that. Derek is your own son.
Anyway, it's been decided that you and Felix are going to take care of Derek. I'm counting on both of you.
Hold on a sec. You can't just decide like that.
I could have kicked him out of my house right away, but I held out for a year. I've done my job as a mother. Derek is your family too, so you better do your duty together with Felix.
Oh dear. My name is Natalie, and I am a 42 years old housewife. I've been married for 20 years to my husband Felix, who is the same age as me, and we have two kids in middle school. I spend every day in a flurry of activities while raising their two children. My father-in-law passed away a few years ago. Felix's brother Derek has never lived alone. He still lives with his 67-year-old mother at home. I heard that he is a shut-in. To be honest, I was surprised at the sudden allegation from Morel. But I thought it would not be good to ignore Derek since he's suffering from depression. I hurriedly talked to my husband about it. We were discussing about what we should do next time. 2 days later, something unexpected arrived at our house. Morel, looks like Derek's personal belongings were sent to our house, and we had to pay for the delivery cost too.
I'm glad it arrived safely. He doesn't have much stuff, so I didn't hire the movers. I sent it to you by courier, so please pay the delivery cost.
Me and Felix haven't decided whether we will take care of Derek or not. We are still discussing about the plan, so nothing has been decided yet.
I've been waiting for some days, but you didn't reply to me. That's why I just decided to have Derek's stuff delivered to your house.
It's only been 2 days since the last time you called. We can't come to a conclusion so soon.
2 days is more than enough to have a discussion and decide something.
It's impossible. We need to do some preparations in advance.
I'm busy with the sale of my house and other things. I don't want to wait any longer. Just take care of Derek, okay? I'm counting on you guys.
You're selling the house? I didn't know that. We seriously need to think about the preparations. Have you told Felix?
Of course not. I inherited the house, so I'm the owner. Why should I tell Felix that I've decided to sell the house?
Selling a house is an important matter. I think it's better to discuss such things beforehand. We are family after all.
I have my own reasons, so stop bothering me.
Is something wrong? Feel free to talk to me if you want to.
Actually, I'm going to start investing. Isn't that great?
Investment? That's quite a sudden announcement. Why did you suddenly decide that?
I became friends with an investor at a coffee shop I often visit.
Did that person encourage you to start investing?
Yes, that's right. He's a very kind person. I learned a lot about investing from him. He told me that I'm talented. That's when I decided to become a devoted investor.
What? Isn't that suspicious?
That's not true. Don't talk nonsense. He actually earns more than $1,000 every month and has a house overseas. Besides, he even showed me pictures of his mansion, so he's definitely a millionaire.
Honestly, I find that a little hard to believe. I mean, it's just too suspicious. But what does that have to do with selling the house?
I need more money to fund my investments because the inheritance from my husband has run out. Derek's savings are gone and he's unemployed. The only way to make money was to sell the house. I'm going to use a lot of money for this investment.
Wait a minute, did you use Derek's savings?
He lost his income when he became unemployed, right? Of course I used it.
Are you kidding me? What are you going to do from now on? If you sell the house, you won't have a place to live. How are you going to live?
That person also owns an apartment building. I heard he has a spare room, so that's where I'm going to live. Living in a huge apartment was my dream. And it has come true.
Geez, there are so many things I want to complain about. Can you hold the house sale for now?
Why? It's my house. Besides, it's my life, so let me do what I want. It's none of your business.
I understand what you're saying, but you're making too many arbitrary decisions. For example, is Derek's luggages. I don't think it's right for you to send them to me without discussing in advance. Isn't that too insane?
I've been taking care of a middle-aged shut-in for a year, remember? Don't you think it's about time for me to be free? I wonder why you have no compassion for me.
But before Derek became depressed, he was working and he also paid for your expenses, right? Why don't you take good care of Derek this time?
It is a filial piety for a child to take care of his parents. On the contrary, Derek was depending on me since he became a shut-in. It's unacceptable.
Why don't we get together and have a family meeting? We don't want the burden to fall solely on you, Morel. I'm worried about your house too. I think this is a problem that we all need to think about and solve together.
I want to be a full-fledged investor as soon as possible. I even borrowed money to achieve that goal. I can't just sit around and do nothing because I have to pay it back, right?
Seriously? I can't believe you did that.
I borrowed some money so that I can start investing.
How much?
About $10,000.
Really? That's a lot of money.
If you start investing seriously, you can pay this back in no time.
That's not true. Let's discuss this as soon as possible. If we don't, we'll be in trouble.
You're overreacting. If I don't become an investor in the first place, you'll be in trouble too.
Why do you think so?
Because you're the guarantor for the debt.
Huh? I don't remember giving you any permission to turn me as your guarantor.
I filled out the form myself. I prepared everything perfectly. I'm really a smart woman, don't you think so?
I don't think you're allowed to do such thing.
I did it anyway. Amazing, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Anyway, if you stop me from becoming an investor, I'll never be able to repay my debt. As my guarantor, you will be in trouble, right?
Using someone's name without permission is a crime. You'll get arrested.
Even if you say such a thing now, it's too late. I can't change the fact that you're my guarantor.
That's too selfish.
If you have time to complain, why don't you shut up and take care of Derek? Well then, goodbye. Natalie, things have changed. Leave that middle-aged shut-in alone and take care of me from today.
Hello, Morel. It's been a month since the last time we spoke.
I'll be living with you guys from now on, so please keep that in mind.
I don't like it when you say that so suddenly. You always decide things so sudden.
We're family, there's nothing wrong with that. You must take good care of your mother-in-law.
Stop kidding me. We don't have enough capacity to take care of you.
What are you talking about? You're my son's wife. So it's only natural that you should take care of his brother too. I'm better than Derek, right? If it's too hard for you guys to take care of him, then just abandon him right away.
It's better than taking care of an old lady like you.
What did you say? How dare you talk to me like that?
I'm sorry, I was just being honest.
You're a terrible daughter-in-law.
I was just trying to tell you the fact. It can't be helped, right?
What are you talking about? Derek is a 38 years old middle-aged shut-in who doesn't work and stays at home all the time. It's much better for you to take care of me instead.
For your information, Derek is working.
What?
He doesn't live together with me and Felix at our house. He lives alone now. There's no need for me and Felix to take care of him.
You must be kidding. That's not what I heard.
I haven't heard anything from you since the last time we talked, so it's natural that you didn't know.
Explain to me, what on earth is going on?
First of all, Derek has ADHD.
What language is that? Don't use abbreviations.
ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a disease caused by an inborn error in brain development.
Don't say random things. When I gave birth to him, the doctor never mentioned anything like that to me.
When Derek was born, ADHD wasn't a common thing, so I think he wasn't diagnosed properly.
Then why now? Derek is already 38 years old.
I had to learn more about Derek's depression, so we went to the hospital together. At that time, they recommended an examination. As a result, he was diagnosed with ADHD.
So what?
The cause of his depression was ADHD.
I don't get it.
ADHD causes a lot of common mistakes at work, interpersonal problems, and so on. In addition, you treated him so badly that he was stressed out and ended up with depression.
Hold it right there. You make it sound like it's all my fault. I'm not the one who should be blamed here.
You kept calling Derek a failure and told him every day that he couldn't do anything by himself, didn't you?
I was just trying to be honest with him.
But because of that, he couldn't decide to live alone and ended up living together with you. I also heard that you took all of his salary. I lose my mind too if I had to live like that. I feel sorry for Derek.
I was using his salary to pay for our living expenses. It's obvious, isn't it? I let him live in my house and I fed him too.
You only gave him bread and water every day. But you went to eat out at a restaurant with Derek's money most of the time. Isn't that too much?
That's not true. If he didn't like to eat only bread, he should have cooked by himself.
You didn't allow him to do that, did you? You told him that he would make the kitchen dirty, so he obeyed your order.
Because I'm the one who cleans the kitchen all the time.
I heard that you outsourced all of the house chores. That's very elegant.
Did Derek tell you that?
You hired a housekeeper using your allowance, didn't you? You're not a queen who lives in a castle, Morel.
That's fine, since I don't hire the housekeeper every day.
I don't think so. Derek told me that the housekeeper was there every single day.
Really? I don't think so. I'm having a difficulty remembering things.
Derek confirmed the housekeeper's name from the service provider. We were also able to check the frequency. If your memory is not clear, I can check it out for you.
Why did you do that? You guys are so insidious. In the first place, it was Derek who made the decision of giving all his salary to me and live together with me. If you have a problem with that, you should talk to Derek, not me.
He wasn't performing well at work, and he was also blamed by you at home. I don't think he was in a normal state of mind. That's why. He couldn't think of any other way but to obey you.
If that's the case, how did he get back into the workforce? There's no way a company would hire a 38 years old sick man.
Derek originally had a second job. You didn't know about that?
Are you telling me that he has a side job?
All of his salary was taken by you, so he's been working at home for some time to earn money.
There's no way he can get a good job. A side job doesn't pay that much.
Anyways, Derek was studying computer programming in college, wasn't he?
What's that?
Derek told me that he had told you about what he learned at college. You don't remember anything about that?
I wasn't interested, so I don't remember.
He's your own son. I can't believe you don't know anything about him.
Shut up. I have no idea about what computer programming is. Explain to me.
It's something you do when you want to create games, apps, websites, and so on.
Is he capable of doing that?
He always liked working with computers. He said it didn't bother him when he came home from work and did his side jobs. Seems that it's fun for him.
I see, so that's why he had savings.
As I recall, you entered Derek's room without permission. You took his bank book, didn't you?
That's because I thought he was saving for our living expenses.
I think that was the money he earned from his side jobs.
Then why did he run out of money? If he was earning money, he should have money deposited regularly. Isn't that strange? Stop talking nonsense.
Since he was suffering from depression, he didn't even have the energy to do things he liked to do. It's obvious, isn't it?
I kicked him out of my house because I thought that all of his savings were gone. If he could start working again, I shouldn't have let him left the house.
Since Derek is free from your abuse, he has turned his side job into his main job and is currently living a decent life on his own. He seems to be earning more money than before.
I'll take care of Derek then.
What?
Isn't it hard to take care of a sick person? I will take care of him from now on and I'll live on his earnings too.
What are you saying out of the blue? You don't have to do anything, Morel.
But Derek lives alone, right? I'm worried about him. He's 38 years old. I'm sure it's not convenient for him to do everything by himself. I'll take care of his house chores.
No way. By the way, we have moved out from our former house, so we are living next to Derek. We don't need your help. We can handle everything by ourselves.
Moved out? What do you mean?
We moved to an apartment where we can live next door to each other. Now I work with Felix to check on Derek. We have a good relationship with each other and sometimes we go out together. We're having a great time.
Then I'll live there too. Give me the address.
That's enough, you parasitic old hag.
How dare you say that?
You kicked Derek out of your house. Do you know where he was found?
I told him to go to your house.
He was near the mountain.
Why did he go to such a place? He was sick after all, wasn't he?
He was planning to end his life there.
Huh?
He didn't want to bother anyone anymore, so he came up with that idea. But someone who happened to be near the mountain helped him. The worst case scenario was averted.
I can't believe that really happened.
It's my fault for not realizing it before it happened. But you were the one who drove him to that point. Tell me how you feel, Morel.
Depression is not a disease. I also took Derek's salary because I thought that it's a filial piety from him. I just did what was natural.
Filial piety is something that children do willingly, not something that parent forces upon them.
Wait a minute, I apologize for what happened. So will you let bygones be bygones and help me?
You were planning to become a successful investor, right? Why do you need help? You're much richer than us anyway.
That guy left me.
Are you talking about the person who introduced you to investment? Is that why you're contacting me now?
He took the money from my house and ran away. I went to the apartment I was going to live in today and found it empty. What should I do now?
I knew it was a scam. It was just too good to be true.
What should I do? I even have debts. You are the guarantor, right? You should be the one to pay it.
It wasn't my will. You used my name without my permission, so it's not valid.
If you don't help me, you'll be in trouble too, okay?
If I help you, will you pay off your debt?
I'll do all the housework and take care of Derek too, of course. Then you will have more time to spare, won't you? You can even work and pay off your debts easily. Isn't that good?
Are you ordering me to pay off your debts?
I put your name on the document. There's nothing you can do to change it. So help me, quickly. Running away won't help at all.
It's easy to prove forgery of a guarantor by handwriting analysis.
What?
I won't let you get away easily, Morel.
I don't understand.
Even if the demand of the debt repayment comes to us from the finance company, we just have to tell them that my name was used without permission, because you forged the document.
Are you saying that it's impossible for you to take over my debts?
Yes, that's right. Why should I take over your debt?
Then at least let me live in your apartment. If you don't want me to live with you, find an empty room somewhere and rent it for me.
Please stop being selfish. You need to face the reality.
Are you abandoning your mother-in-law? What a cruel woman you are.
I won't help you no matter what you say.
I've already sold the house and have nowhere to live. I don't have any working experience too.
Then I have a job for you. I heard you can work as a janitor at a hotel and live in the dormitory.
A janitor? Me? Dormitory?
If you don't like it, it's fine. You'll just be homeless.
That's disgusting.
Then what do you want to do? If you want work, I can send you the URL of the job site.
Please do so then.
Got it. You need to work hard to pay off your debt. Goodbye. After that, my mother-in-law started working as a live-in part-timer janitor at a hotel. As for the scam, I reported it to the police, but the money was never returned. I think Morel deserved that. Then I heard that she started to suffer from depression because she could not endure the unaccustomed work and life in extreme poverty. Unfortunately, she has no money for treatment. She's struggling to make ends meet. It can't be helped since she was the one who created the trouble. On the other hand, Derek is finally free from his mother. His stress has also decreased. He is now able to lead a normal life, while devoting himself to his favorite work. He is stepping into a brighter future one step at a time. Recently, he has even started to smile again. The relationship with her family is also good. Although I was surprised at my mother-in-law's selfish demands, we are now living a peaceful life. I'm so relieved.